If you enjoy period dramas, you might want to tune into the second season of American Soul about Don Cornelius. I spoke with two of the actors on the show recently. Here's more.
Today I am talking about the BET period drama American Soul. It is inspired by Don Cornelius's personal and professional troubles and triumphs. This acclaimed series is returning for a second season, and today I am talking with co-stars Sinqua Walls as well as Jason Dirden. Thanks for talking with Park City Television.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
So, Sinqua, let's start with you. Tell me about this second season.
Well, second season picks up with a lot of the drama, the twists and the turns that we ended the first season with. You see Don waking up in a new state. If anybody remembers where he was when he ended, he picks up off of that. And I always like to say, season 2 for him is new money. You saw him in the show with a Mercedes, and now you see him with a Ferrari. And what happens when you give someone everything they wanted quicker than they expected, and how do they manage it all? They make some mistakes. So you see some twists, you see some turns, you see some ups, you see some downs, and you see him try to figure it all out the best way he can, for good or bad.
And Jason, you play Gerald. He's an established gangster and club owner. Tell me about his story this season without spoiling anything, of course.
Yeah, well, at the end of season 1, we see that he wants desperately to go legit, to leave his gangster hustler life, and in season 2, similar to Don, he literally is playing with new money because he's cleaned it all, and so he and Don have established a Soul Train club. He's going legit. He's even paying parking tickets. So he's clean, and like every hustler gangster story, the moment you try to step out of that past life, that past pulls you right back in, and that's what happens. And his past comes back to threaten his very survival, his freedom, the brand of Soul Train, his relationship and love for Don. It's a roller coaster ride for Gerald and for everybody this season. It's personal this season. It's very, very personal this season.
Well, that makes for good television for sure. Sinqua, you were a college basketball player. You're also known for acting in Teen Wolf, Shark Night, Once Upon a Time. How have all of these roles contributed to you playing Don Cornelius?
Ooh, I say the opportunity as a whole. I think playing being a basketball player, not playing a basketball player, but I sat the bench long enough. People probably would say I was playing him and not really being him. But I think being a basketball player taught me a lot about teamwork and in the value of everyone comes together for one goal, and that's what it is when you create a show is everyone working as a family and as a unit to create one thing. And I think the biggest correlation I can make honestly would be Sir Lancelot in Once Upon a Time. I think the way that he carried himself, the values that he lived by, the honor that he moved with is very similar to who the fabric of Don is as a human. So I think that character probably was an early introduction into finding the groove of what will become a Don Cornelius character in the long run.
And Jason, you mentioned that this season is personal. It's also been described as being more intense as well as inspirational. Why do you think this series, the show, is resonating so well with viewers right now?
I think, the music is incredible, but I think even more important than that is it's one thing to experience the fruit. It's another thing to examine the labor and understanding the process it took to get to a point where Soul Train is the legacy. And that's what this show does so well. We pull back the curtain to see what it took for the wizard to be the wizard, and all characters involved to play their parts. And that's what we see. We see so much humanity. We see so much love. We see so much ambition, the striving for fame, for money, to stay alive even. And so I think so many people can see their lives parallel with one or every character in the show. And then you sprinkle in a little James Brown, a little Patti LaBelle, a little Shaka Khan, a little Sly and the Family Stone, and you got a hit,
Oh, I love it. I love it. Sinqua, when you look back at the second season or even the first season, do you have a favorite moment you're willing to share with us?
Oh wow, it's hard to pick one. There's so many, and I have one for probably every character other than myself. Um, I'll say this season. I'll say this season we had a scene where we lose a character. James Brown loses a member of his band, and we have to go find him. And so we have to go on a journey. And when we walked in to recreate that moment, I think for Jason and myself, we that was probably one of the most memorable moments of season 2, when you walk into a haze of smoke amidst an environment an environment of very willing human beings embracing a very liberal space. You can't forget that.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
I'm trying not to give anything away, but still give give where you guys should
riveting.
be looking for.
Oh, goodness. Where can we watch? How can we see this, and where can we get more information?
Tonight on BET, 10/9 Central, and every Wednesday after that on BET.
Perfect. Well, can't wait to watch the second season. Thanks so much for joining us, Sinqua and Jason. It's been a pleasure talking to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.